Ahora volver a grabar otra vez. Sí, no sé, ya veremos de Resident Evil, que lo hemos visto acá.
With only your camera and your crew.
As you visit each venue, you will snap a variety of high-ticket items, and anything that might help or hinder your crew's chances of getting to them.
Then, you're done snapping. You'll use your photos to assemble your own step-by-step plan for your crew to grab your future possession.
Just be sure to consider anyone who might get in your way, including Rio, a detective who's been on Nifty's trail for quite some time now. Who knows when she'll catch up.
As your anonymous deeds make headlines, you'll attract new crew, giving you access to new ways to snap and grab.
Vas como
Will you be able to plan the next
para
perfect
distracciones para luego
will your heist
mangorrotear.
fail spectacularly?
We can't wait to see what you plan next in Snap and Grab.
Available early next year on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Does Untitled Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the very early Day of the Devs games, so early
El
in
Village
fact,
no está mal,
that when we
el
asked the
Village a mí
dev
me
what
gusta,
the
pero
name
la
of the
primera
game
persona sí que es cierto
they
que quita
asked,
mucho
"Do they
protagonismo
have to have a name?"
al protagonista,
You know the rest
para la
of the story.
redundancia.
House, based in Melbourne, Australia,
¿Quién se acuerda de
is
Ethan?
developing a brand new kind of experience that's unlike anything else you've ever played. But I'm not the right person to describe what it is. Better served that these anthropomorphized ant, duck, wobbly creature things do it for you. Take it away.
Hello. Hello. We're House. You might know us because of our
Pero
Goose
Ethan
Game.
es muy olvidable
And
dentro
we're
de
here
la
today
saga.
to
Es
show you
como-
around our new game. Ooh. It's a
Este
cooperative
juego me acuerdo que
multiplayer
se
adventure
presentó
made
hace
for
un
friends to
huevo,
play
de
together.
los palo-
It's called
palopollos
Big
estos.
Walk.
Pero bueno,
It's a
que me lo
tricky
voy a
game to
jugar.
describe, but it's mainly about doing two things.
Aunque no sea ni
Talking
como el 5 ni el
and
6, soy feliz.
So talking.
Lo demás
It's a big
dámelo como
part of Big
quieras.
Walk,
Mientras
and
no
we
sea
put a
como
lot
el
of
5
work
como
into
el
making a
6.
proximity voice chat system that feels natural and
tienes.
playful. You'll sound different if you're speaking up close,
Hello.
or far away, or in a tunnel, or over a walkie-talkie, or behind soundproof glass. In a situation like this, where you can't hear each other, you'll need to find other ways to communicate. So we've given you lots of ways to point and gesture,
Oh, there they are.
and plenty of tools to stay in touch when you're
Hablan
out
con
of
la
earshot.
nariz, es verdad, ¿eh?
And if you can't use voice chat, or you just don't feel like it, we've also made a proximity text chat system, so you can play the entire game that way as well. Hello.
The game is set in a big open world that we've filled with all kinds of stuff.
Me transmiten muy
To
mal
see it all,
rollo
you
estos
need to go
bichos,
for
no
a
sé
big
por qué.
walk.
Es como...
Exploring as part of a group is a special
como que
feeling.
matan gente. ¿Vale? Que llega
Our
la
chat
noche y
system
matan
makes it
gente.
important to stick together, so navigating the world of Big Walk
Junior.
requires lots of teamwork and talking.
Oh, that's that like pass.
As you explore, you can split up and go off on your own
Joder, mapa,
adventures,
tú.
or even lose each other accidentally. When you're apart, you won't be able to talk face to face, and so finding a way back together isn't always straightforward. If you get lost in the bush, don't
Me
worry.
encanta la nariz,
You'll
tío.
find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find each other again. Hello?
If anyone can hear me, please shoot up a flare.
Thank you.
This building behind me has a challenge in it. Completing challenges like these is the way you make progress
Hostia,
through the
es
game.
rarísimo,
They're all
¿eh?
about teamwork, and they're all a little bit different.
O sea, vas a
A
explorar y
lot
te
of
vas
them are designs
encontrando
that you
como
find funny
puzzles
and surprising
para
new
hacer
ways
en
to talk.
grupo.
You might need to do some miming, or come up with a special code, or even sing to each other.
Okay, so you want to find a speaker that's like ooh wah wah ooh wah wah ooh wah wah.
They're not all about talking though. There's a bit of platforming in there, some sports, and some weirder stuff too.
Stop.
Our challenges are open-ended and leave plenty of room for you to do things your own way. Like the rest of the game, challenges in Big Walk are about the joy of muddling through things together.
Esto porque para jugar con gente tiene que estar muy
So that's
guay
Big
esto.
Walk. There's heaps to see and do, but there's also lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your plans and find yourselves doing something else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset.
Tell stories.
Choca
as you
mucho el
wait for the night to
escenario,
pass.
que es como súper fotorrealista. Y luego los muñecos son.
Or you could steal your friend's
tres
binoculars
esferas,
and
son
kick them
tres
into the ocean.
círculos.
Oi.
Sorry.
We hope you enjoyed this little tour and got a sense of what we think is so
Venga,
special
se
about this
acaba.
game. We made Big Walk to be a
Luego
nice
tenemos
way
el
to hang out
evento
with your friends in a
de
video
IO,
game,
donde
and we
veremos
hope you
más
like
de
playing it
James
as
Bond,
much as
supongo.
we do. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
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 Ah, y el de Devolver, coño, que se me olvidaba. Tenemos Devolver también.
This next title is from the art director of
Está muy
Journey
fuerte el
and
audio.
a team
Sí,
at Giant
verdad.
Squid who brought you beautiful titles
Es que le han
like
subido un
Abzu
montón,
and
tío.
Pathless. You'll see the DNA of all those games in this one as you surf the sand on your sword and bring the sea back to
Ahí
life.
está.
This is Sword of the Sea.
No sé si se ha quedado muy bajo ahora. Es que es como muy regular el audio que hay ahora. Devolver va después de este, me parece que es. No me acuerdo ahora.
Sword of the Sea is a atmospheric adventure game where you surf on a sword.
Creo que dentro de una hora me parece. No lo
It
sé.
is trying to give you
Este que
kind of
pinta tiene este
spiritual
juego, tío.
experience that you get as a surfer, a snowboarder, a skater. It takes a lot of what I've done in my previous games.
Este es
going
una
back all the way
pasada,
to Journey, Abzu, the Pathless, and you're going to see those elements in the game, but it's going to take you somewhere new. Sword of the Sea is all about movement, getting into a flow state, and that's something that as a snowboarder I've experienced myself. I feel like there's this kind of magical experience that you have with these extreme
bonito,
sports. When you're doing it, you actually find this kind of meditative quality. You are moving very quickly, but you get to understand nature in a way that you can't otherwise.
Giant
You get to
Squid,
see
sí.
the whole mountain at once. and
Abzu
that
me
lets
gustó
you
mucho
kind of
también.
connect with
Abzu
the
es más
world
de
in a
chill,
deeper way.
pero me
And I think
gustó
that's
mucho.
what we wanna do
Súper
with
bonito
it.
ese juego. La música.
Really excited because Sword of the
Son
Sea
juegos
has
que
music written by Austin Wintory,
transmiten
a longtime
mucho solo
collaborator who I work with on
con elementos
Journey,
muy simples.
Abzu,
Están muy
Pathless,
guay.
and he's done countless other games scores. It also has movement inspired by the old skating and snowboarding games. So if you played the Tony Hawk games, if you played the old snowboarding games, you're going to love the way that you move in Sword of the Sea.
Ah, qué guay, ¿eh?
We can't really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual experience for players, but what we can do is create the environment, the conditions under which you might have one. Sword of the Sea is coming out this year, August 19th, on the PlayStation 5.
Además es verdad que salía en
and PC,
agosto,
so
19 de
now.
agosto.
Thank you.
This next world exclusive is a sequel to a game that has over 4 million players and counting. A runaway hit if there ever was one. But to make a sequel, you have to bring something new to the genre, something evolved, and that's exactly what this developer did.
30 pavos el DLC de Lies of P. Oh, caro, ¿eh? Más de 4 millones de qué juegos es este, tío. Esa cabeza. Escape. Ah,
Hi, I'm
Me
Wyatt
suena,
from
pero
COMPRA
tampoco
Games,
4
and we're
millones de
here to
jugadores,
announce
¿eh?
Escape Academy
Joder.
2, Back to School, the sequel to Escape Academy.
Ah, es verdad, me acuerdo del primero. Me acuerdo del primero, pero no pensaba que había tenido tanto
Escape
éxito,
Academy
ni
2 is an
muchísimo
open world
menos.
escape room game where between your escape room classes you can explore a living and breathing campus that functions as one big escape room. We felt inspired by games like Animal Well and the Legend
No,
of Zelda
estos juegos
series,
precisamente son
how they
bastante
leverage
hardcore, o sea,
three-realm
son
puzzle solving.
puzzles
So we're really
muy
excited to bring
tochos.
that into the Academy.
De hecho, a mí me parecen a veces demasiado difíciles estos juegos de puzzles. Y me gustan los puzzles, ¿eh? Porque es como ¿cómo se llamaba este, tío? No me sale. Pero bueno, tiene mucha investigación del entorno y puzzles, al menos el anterior. The Witness, efectivamente, sueño. En The Witness estaba pensando. The Witness te reventaba la cabeza de Witness, ¿eh? Había cosas que me dejaron tocado, macho.
You'll find yourself in a world full of unique environments, from dusty puzzle archives to hidden rooms in unsuspecting places. The campus is designed to reward curiosity with secrets tucked into every corner for players to discover. From lighting and atmosphere to environmental storytelling, we've pushed every element to heighten immersion and mystery.
For Escape Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really lean into the role.
Este señor es actor porno, a mí no me engañas.
You can talk to your fellow escapists to unlock quests, discover lore, and naturally get hit with a deluge of groan-worthy puns. Apologies in advance. Over the course of the game, you'll puzzle your way through character-driven quest lines that string together campus challenges and escape rooms, taking you through your second-year curriculum and the game's central mystery. If you want to get a sneak peek at the game and help us unlock
este juego es uno de esos juegos que me gustan, pero que ya no entran dentro de lo que viene a ser mi calendario porque no tengo tiempo. Es un juego que son juegos que tengo que descartar literalmente porque es imposible poder jugarlos. Blueprints casi me da una embolia cerebral, qué juegazo, De hecho lo traje en la sección de indies, Blueprints, del canal. Es un locurón, Blueprints.
Here in Melbourne Rock City. This is our secret hideout where we make video games. This is one of our artists, Arden. Fuck off. We're the BAFTA award-winning team behind The Artful Escape. But who cares? What's next? We're making a
Tiene un BAFTA,
I thought we were in Jeff Keighley's thing.
We're in Davido's too.
Oh, cool.
Estos son los de Mixtape.
Mixtape is a coming-of-age action-adventure game about three friends on their last night together, listening to a perfectly curated soundtrack. It's a psychedelic retrospective, a musical journey that documents the breadth of their friendship and their greatest hits.
Este me ha gustado, sí.
The whole game is a mixtape. The music is a mixtape. There's a mixtape of mechanics, from skateboarding to pulling slushies, a mixtape of eras, a mixtape of art styles and media, designed to take you back to the teenage wasteland.
We gonna get your stash and keep going? That's a rookie move.
Mira ese ordenador, mira ese monitor,
What?
Y esa tele y ese vídeo, hombre, esta es la adolescencia mía.
Dad, give away your grabbing booze.
But is the music any good? Holy flippin' meatballs, let me tell you all about it. Thank you very much. We got Joy Division, Devo, I love Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Portishead, Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, Stan Bush, the Jesus and Mary Chain, The Unkillable Iggy Pop.
Medio presupuesto se lo han gastado en la banda sonora, Joder. Mira, es que se ve chulo y por eso se ve como una mezcla de, ¿no? Me gusta, este me gusta, tío. Gagleo, 18 mesazos. Muchísimas gracias. Cositas. Resident Evil 9 han presentado. Y alguna cosita más.
Play it on Game Pass Day 1, wishlisted on Steam, play it on a PlayStation or Epic or whatever.
I thought we were riding together. I didn't want to get all sweaty and shit. Fair.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
Este me gusta, tiene una identidad muy propia este juego.
Title Blighted moments ago at the Summer Game Fest. Well, now they're here to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Hey, I'm Ian, the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
we're excited to finally tell you about our new game, Blighted.
Este lo hemos visto también.
Blighted is a hardcore action Metroidvania set in a psychedelic Western nightmare. The game's full of mysteries and secrets, and one of its coolest features is a
no es un roguelite este juego,
that constantly changes the
Vamos, han dicho que es un Metroidvania.
And the world around you as you play.
People in this world have a sacred ritual. When someone dies, a seed is planted in their brain. Over time, a tree grows from their skull and bears fruit. By eating this fruit, one gains a knowledge and experience of their ancestors. That's how it was for generations. That is, until the one day called Sorcisto defiled the ritual. He discovered that by eating brains raw, he gained immense power. Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community. And in doing so, he released a reality-altering disease known as Blight.
Es muy importante para mí que no sea roguelite, no puedo.
Hunt down Sorcisto to reclaim the memories of your people.
Now, like the rest of the world, you're afflicted with Blight. It's constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable, and changing your perception of the world. You can find ways to suppress it, or you can harness it to fight back even harder. With practice, you'll be chaining
sí, se ve complicadete,
taking out
se ve exigente a nivel de combate.
Their brains and using their memories to fight and explore. With enough blighted memories, you'll start to see new layers of reality, reach hidden locations, and discover new gameplay mechanics.
Blighted marks our studio's first venture into 3D, allowing the art team to bring their designs to a whole new level as they craft gorgeously eerie worlds for you to explore. You'll be making your way through remains of long-dead civilizations.
Se ve preciso además, a nivel de arte me gusta mucho, perspectiva me encanta, mira eso, tío.
Drinkbox has a rich history with action games, from Guacamole to Severed to Nobody Saves the World.
Claro, que además es que viene de gente tocha, tío, que es que los de Guacamole es un juegazo, por ejemplo. Y Nobody Saves the World es también otra maravilla. Sí, yo estos juegos de este palo así me los juego en la Steam Deck, sí. Se disfrutan muchísimo.
Wishlist the game on Steam and follow us on social media to make sure you don't miss it.
This next title is from a bona fide Day of the Devs alumni, Outerloop, whose games Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age have both been previously celebrated in our showcases. Outerloop prides itself on being a minority-led studio with a mission to create accessible but meaningful games about underrepresented cultures and themes, and this title is a beautiful and vibrant example of just that. This is Dosa Divas.
A ver, ¿este cuál es? ¿Esto lo hemos visto? Sí, los directos los subiré al canal secundario. Antes de sobar los subiré. Pero para que estaremos aquí hasta un rato largo todavía. Mira el mecha. Cocinando con el mecha, combate por turnos. Este también se ve guapo, Es que es como una... Coño, como los track food estos, pero es un mecha food, efectivamente. Los food tracks, pues food mecha. Dosa Divas.
Hi, I'm Eka, Creative Director of Outerloop Games, and I want to introduce you to our new game, Dosa Divas, a spicy narrative-based RPG. Platform through vibrant villages, battle corporate goons, reconcile with loved ones,
es
and
indio.
eat one last meal together before saying goodbye.
Hoy he comido comida india, curiosamente.
Drill and grapple your way through the world to discover local ingredients, hidden paths, memories, and new friends. Engage in a flavorful turn-based combat system where every attack packs some heat.
Las animaciones son preciosas, Tiene unas animaciones muy bonitas, tío.
Amplifies your attack damage and strengthens your blocks. against enemy attacks. Use boost points at the start of your turn.
El mecha lanza al piloto.
Attacks and skills.
Madre mía.
Match enemy flavor cravings to break down their defenses and leave them stuffed. Cook up made-to-order food.
Tiene elementos reactivos en el combate. Eso está bien.
Caves using the expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture, history, and shared memories, and increases your reputation. Serve up looks by customizing your spirit Met goddess. Create your own spicy style with custom wraps and accessories. Dosa Divas, our spicy narrative turn-based combat RPG, will be out in early 2026. Thank you.
Bueno, interesante cuanto menos, desde luego.
Our pals at Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight Breaker, have teamed up with our buds at Devolver. They're mixing things up with surreal, interdimensional demon horror. It's a genre, right? Or is it?
Los de Blighted, Ese juego me encanta, tío. Se ha unido con Devolver para hacer alguna fumada, seguro, ya verás. Uy, uy, uy. Cómo está escalando esto de rápido, ¿eh? Ah, es como que el mundo se ha acabado y está el pobre hombre ahí medio mutante, traumatizado. Este es otro juego, ¿verdad? ¿O es el mismo? Porque ha habido aquí una transición rarísima. Es el mismo, supongo, ¿sí? Sí, sí, mira. Me gusta, ¿eh? Mira, 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 mira ese plano.
Hi, I'm Miriam, producer at Heart Machine, working on Possessors. Possessors is a search action game set in Senzu, a corporate-run city which has been overrun by demons. What you've just seen is one of 4 animated shorts we made with Powerhouse Animation. They each tell the story of how a character or a creature from Possessors survived the attacks of the demon, or how they perished. In Possessors, you play as Luca, a teenager from Senzu who was injured in the disaster. Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both of them to survive. Rem possessed her, healed her, and made her strong.
Ah, no tenía piernas, tío.
Together and forced to get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through hordes of feral demons to escape the city. Along the way, Luca and Rem will discover what Senzu's corporate master were hiding, and piece together what happened by sharing their memory of the past. On behalf of the team, we're all very excited for you to play Possessors, which comes out later this year. In the meantime,
muy buena pinta este,
¿eh? Possessor on Steam,
muy buena pinta.
Luca's new demon power for yourself. A demo of the game will be available later today.
Tiene demo disponible a lo largo de hoy. Bueno, de hoy, de mañana, de hoy, ¿no? Sí.
It's clean combat.
Hoy ya es mañana.
Dungeon to market gameplay loop. I could seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based Digital Sun seem to have made some ambitious upgrades to its sequel, including an expansive 3D world, a big change from its previous pixelated form. I hope you're as excited as I am to take a peek at Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Moonlighter 2, este es español, este juego.
This is Isra from Digital Sun. I'm beyond thrilled to share this event with you and show
este es juegazo, tío. Este le tengo unas ganas.
Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault is a sequel to our beloved shopkeeping roguelike. As in the first game, here you venture into ever-changing.
El primero es una barbaridad de juego, y este tengo unas ganas locas.
You go to your shop, sell your loot, and turn it into a profit to get better gear. This unique blend of gameplay is what made the first game so special.
Este es el primero era pixelar.
Dimension of quality and ambition. Talking about new dimensions,
this
begins in
qué bonito,
Brimming Town. Here, Will finds himself stranded after one of his adventures.
Uf, qué bonito es este juego, tío, de verdad. Cómo entra por los ojos.
All the new faces will join him along the way. For now, let's jump straight into the portal, where every adventure unfolds and both battles and looting take place.
Y mira que el pixel art del 1 me encanta, pero es que qué bonito lo han hecho este, tío.
To the grassy landscapes of Hylia, each biome offers new mechanics, enemies, and rewards. Combat has been vastly improved, with some enemies specialized in ranged weapons, while others focus on close combat. Once you clear a room, several things can happen. You might find a perk, in-run effects that can increase Will's power and unlock new abilities. The other option might sound familiar to veteran merchants, as you can also stumble upon a chest. Inside, you'll find tons of prizes.
Además tienes tus mazmorras, pero lo que consigues en las mazmorras luego lo vendes en tu tienda. Tienes tu tiendecita en el pueblo, van entrando los clientes, te compran. O sea, es que es un rollo de gestión, pero de combate y mazmorra, tío. Es una chulada.
Let's say that you keep the adventure running. Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of Moonlighter's 2 bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test. Take the so-called Herald, for instance. This is one of the first bosses of the game, and shows how the combat has evolved since the first Moonlighter. The Herald will throw projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before striking back. Merchants need to be
Como me gusta ver bosses que tienen fases, El 1 me vicié mucho yo también, le metí unas de horas. Mira, aquí la tiendecita donde pones el precio a lo que vas pillando. En la mazmorra.
Well, there's actually something I can already share with you. Just like the perks in the dungeons, you can also unlock special effects each time you open your shop. They can potentially skyrocket your profit, unleashing powerful synergies and selling streaks.
Y puedes negociar, vas mejorando las habilidades. Qué chulo, tío. Qué chulo.
That's it for now.
El pueblo se ve mucho más vivo, o sea, mucho más, con más contenido que el primero. Es una maravilla, Este le tengo una gana loca. Dentro del panorama indie, a este juego le tengo posiblemente de los que más ganas. Con diferencia,
From Thomas Waterzoo, creator of Please Touch the Artwork, this is Please Watch the Artwork.
Veranito, lo tendremos. A ver si me dejan probar alguna demo tempranilla, tío.
Welcome to Day of the Devs ASMR Edition. My name is Thomas Waterzoo, and I'm a developer from Belgium. I'm the creator of Please Touch the Artwork, a series of casual and accessible games based on real paintings, where I explore what would happen if we did touch the artwork. I usually start by choosing a painter I like, and then think about what gameplay could fit their art style. For my third game, I fell in love with American realist painting.
Este hace como unos juegos muy...
This time, you're not gonna be touching artworks. You're just gonna be
muy de este palo. O sea, muy de accesibilidad y todo esto, ¿no? Muy interactivos.
Please Watch the Artwork is a psychological spot the difference game, where you are a night watch at the Museum of Animated Modern Art. In short, MAMA. Your job is simple. Watch the paintings and report any anomalies.
El ASRM me sobra mucho, la verdad. Me está poniendo de los nervios, el amigo.
Spreading their sadness over all the paintings. You're gonna need a good memory, focus, and lots of coffee to avoid this from happening. If you don't know Edward Hopper, no worries. You don't need to know him to be able to enjoy the game. But he's most famous for his painting Night.
Joder, qué miedo, Da un poco de miedo.
Themes like loneliness and urban
sí, el Summer flojo, sí. Quitando algún anuncio o tal. A ver, tampoco malo. Pero esperaba alguna cosita un poquito más a nivel de anuncio.
There are no jump scares in this game and no monsters. The only things that are chasing you are the feelings of paranoia.
No sé por qué habla así, tampoco lo entiendo.
And maybe some nostalgia towards Hopper's America.
Yo creo que es para que la gente que tiene secuestrada en el sótano no le oigan. Que está grabando un vídeo para mandarlo al evento.
It's just you, the night, and the paintings. I don't have a release date yet, but you can now wishlist the game on Steam. However, and don't tell this to anyone, it's probably gonna be around Halloween this year. Shh. Thanks to Day of the Devs for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I really hope you like this bizarre little
Pero la de Painterest está ahí flipando.
Bye bye.
Bueno, este señor que seguro que es un asesino en serie en sus ratos libres. Juego interesante, no para mí, pero un concepto muy de interacción, ¿no? Con el tema de las pinturas. Está guay.
It's been amazing to see what they've done since then with games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, which is a huge nostalgic bomb, and they're set to deliver again with Marvel Comic Invasion.
Hi, el de Marvel.
And I'm Kevin
El beat'em up.
We are part of Tribute Games from Montreal, Canada, and are currently working on Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a retro-inspired beat-em-up set in the Marvel Universe. When Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy, it's up to 15 Marvel superheroes to save the day.
So far, we've announced
Qué bonitas las animaciones de, o sea, las secuencias estas de introducción del juego. Fijaros qué barbaridad.
And we've just revealed that Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk are joining the fight.
Each heroes have been designed around their unique strengths and powers. Some of them can take on airborne enemies, while others can deal devastating damage closer to the ground.
Se ve súper bonito, ¿eh?
We also introduced an exciting mechanic, the Cosmic Swap, a tactical system allowing for instant switching between two heroes, creating powerful combos and unique strategies.
For level design, we recreated iconic Marvel settings such as the Mutant Heaven of Genosha, the high-tech mobile base of S.H.I.E.L.D. Helicarrier, plus a thrilling roster of legendary locations across the cosmos. We had a lot of fun inserting fan-favorite references for you to find out in the background, so keep a lookout.
As devoted fans of the Marvel Universe, we saw this project
tengo pendiente el de los Power Rangers, tío.
To celebrate our childhood's
Por
fondest
favor,
memories. Who knew that the countless
Se me acumulan los
comic
beatemaps.
book shop or the arcades would bring us here today?
We hope that Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a true love letter to all fans who grew up with the Marvel Universe.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming to PC and consoles this holiday.
De Batman ya verás cómo harán algunos seguro, pero seguro, ¿eh?
And now for something of a moodier persuasion. A horror fantasy life sim co-directed by the pixel artist from Celeste, with haunting and lovely music from Disaster Piece, composer of Hyperlight Drifter, It Follows, and Fez. And to boot, an amazing group of human developers.
Qué mezcolanza más rara de gente, a ver. Terror psicológico antiguo. Uy, qué bonito, me gusta. De hecho, es de terror, ¿eh? Ahí es de crafteo y todo. Joder.
Hi, I'm Isa, programmer and writer of Neverway.
Muy chulo el pixel art,
Artist and designer of Neverway, a horror RPG in live sim, and the debut title of our new studio called Blood Inc.
You play the game as Fiona. After quitting your dead-end job, you try to start over on a farm, a place where you can escape from all your problems, and finally start fresh.
Voy a plantar fungus o tomatitos.
Find yourself indebted as immortal
Me
herald
quedo con
of
los
that
tomatitos,
god. With your sword, you can fight in a fast-paced combat, and you can choose your secondary gear to change how you fight.
Se les ven buenos góticos.
De
But
juventud,
remember, you still need to keep your new life on track. You can do things like shopping at the Cellmart or paying your mortgage using your very own Luna OS computer. You can also befriend or even romance more than 10 characters.
Además tiene componente Stardew Valley, a nivel social.
To get closer to those characters, you can use those relationships to unlock new compatibilities that change the way you fight.
Joder, este tiene buena pinta, la
You can
verdad,
farm, fish, and cook, but Neverway doesn't play like a regular live sim RPG. Time progresses in 3 blocks: morning, afternoon, and evening, and you choose when to advance by doing things like eating, sleeping, or reading a manual. The idea is to let you set your own pace, so you can choose when you want to fight or when you just need a break and see your friends.
You will eventually start searching for the Neverway, a decaying, nightmarish reality that is slowly leaking into yours. There you will learn what's happening to this dark, post-apocalyptic world as you pay out your debt.
If this sounds like your kind of game, you can wishlist Neverway on Steam and stay up to date to our latest announcements. And thank you for watching.
Este me mola, Oye. Se ve muy completo, se ve trabajado. Yo creo que va a estar bastante guapo.
Their previous title, the postmodern platformer Semblance, earned them a place on Forbes Africa's 30 Under 30 list back in 2018, along with a host of other accolades. Since then, they've been hard at work on Relooted, a heist game which tackles a political and righteous subject matter. Please take a look.
A ver, World Premiere.
We need a ride.
Something incognito.
Like a submarine.
Esto es Wakanda, ¿no?
No, but also fast. Like a jet/submarine.
Can you be serious?
Ready.
Hi, I'm Marker, the lead animator at Nyamako.
And I'm Sita, producer at Nyamako.
Relooted is set in the near future, where a new treaty has been signed between the West and Africa. The treaty goes that all African artifacts that are on public display must be returned to their country of origin. But museums are using a loophole to avoid repatriation. They begin to only exhibit artifacts in private. Our highest crew
Dice que los países, algunos países usan estratagemas para no devolver los objetos, ¿no? Que tienen los museos aquí. O sea, sé los ingleses, porque son los que se acapararon con todos los cabrones. Venga, Tacimi, nos vemos.
Estimated that 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections.
Y franceses,
that is millions upon millions of deeply important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts, including human remains, that aren't in their rightful place. While the locations in the game are vague and invented, the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real, and, as of today, reside in Western museums and private collections. Take, for example, the Ngaji drum, a hugely important spiritual item to the Pokomo people of Kenya. It was believed destroyed in 1910. In reality, it had been sent and kept in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a Pokomo prince visit the drum in storage. He was the first Kenyan in over 100 years to see the drum. It still remains in storage today. Before each mission in Relooted,
interesante, O sea, el juego es muy reivindicativo en ese punto. No lo veo mal, la verdad.
Their significance,
está bastante guay.
And how they came to be removed from the African continent.
He was taken to England following the suicide of his father and the defeat of the Ethiopians by the British at Magdala in 1868.
Relooted is a combination of action and puzzle. Once you pick up a target artifact, the alarm triggers, and you only have a certain time to get out before security.
O sea, tienes que ir a toda hostia cuando.
Puzzle comes in figuring out your plan, and the action comes in executing it. The heists are made up of 3 phases. In phase 1, you case the joint, collecting information about where the targets are and what obstacles you'll face.
From here, we can smash the security glass.
Ay, tienes que planear.
To the next floor.
In
Luego
phase 2, you roam the level, carefully avoiding tripping the alarm and preparing your escape route. In phase 3,
Joder, pues está guay,
flowing through your plan and evading security systems as you carry Africa's heritage home.
Oye, está muy chulo, la verdad. Su movimiento súper rápido, parece.
Relooted is coming to Steam, the Epic Game Store, and Xbox Series X and S. You can wishlist it now.
Remember Patapon,
muy guapo
that charming series of games about those little dudes walking around doing stuff and making music? Well, there's a sequel. Well, kind of a sequel. It's a spiritual successor. It's the core team from Sony Japan that made the OG games coming back at you with more charming little dudes doing stuff while making music. Here it is.
こんにちは。パタポンの原作者であり、現在ラタタンの
Este es el creador de Patapon.
そして私はラタタンのリードプロデューサーを務める坂尻和人と申します。
私は現在サーフィンやランニング、そして大好きなけん玉の練習をしている時以外は常にラタタンがより面白くなるように。
Este que ha anunciado, ¿no os acordáis del Ratatán? Que es como el heredero espiritual de Patapón. Y tiene buena pinta, ¿eh?
そして皆さんと一緒に育ててきたファンベースはとても素晴らしいものであり、コミュニティに投稿していただける応援のメッセージとか可愛らしいファンアートにはいつも励まされています。
プロデューサーとして日々この業界の苦しさを感じております。ですがこのように自分たちの好きなゲームが作れることに日々喜びを感じています。
El Patapón era muy guapo, ¿eh? Era como un juego, bueno, es un título como de estrategia realmente, donde mandas según la música das órdenes. Y vas avanzando y está muy chulo, es un juegazo. Y Ratata lo mismo. Incluso la música, ¿eh? Rata, rata, ratata. Y tienes que además haciendo todo el ritmo. Qué bonito se ve, ¿eh? Me da mucha gracia la música. Es que es muy patapón, ¿eh? Pues aún el evento... Es que tenemos... No me acuerdo del orden de los eventos. Creo que ahora termina este. Y empieza el de Devolver. Y luego el de IO Interactive. Me encanta la música, ¿eh? Es que es maravilloso. Muy cañero este, la verdad.
Day of the Devs そして素晴らしいファンの皆さんに感謝を込めまして乾杯
This next
Qué
game,
mayor
led
ciclo
by
es
both
el de
legendary
Patapón,
Warren
me cago en la
Spector of
leche.
Epic Mickey and Deus Ex fame is a totally new take on stealth. His talented team is making something like nothing else. It's an evocative game set in a turn-of-the-century universe.
Mucho cuidado con Borderlands 2 en Steam. Me parece que lleva un spyware que flipas, ¿eh? Tener cuidado, no lo instaléis por si acaso. Porque han detectado que mete un programa bastante intrusivo, ¿eh? En el PC. No, pero más de lo normal, más de lo normal. O sea, ha habido mucha crítica, ha habido unas quejas ahora brutales.
So here's an early pre-alpha sneak peek at Otherside's upcoming player-powered game, Thick as Thieves.
Este es cooperativillo.
So we're trying to have all
De Randy, esto quedó Randy Pitchford, ¿eh? Siempre jodiendo todo lo que toca el cabrón. Qué manía le tengo. Con lo de Borderlands, madre mía.
And lockpicking your way through a guarded location. The X factor to me, however, is probably the presence of other players in the same.
Me parece que han actualizado Borderlands 2, lo han actualizado y han metido esa mierda. Y la han pillado, la gente lo ha detectado y han dicho qué coño es esto.
I don't know what another player is going to do. Are they going to actually pickpocket me, making, situations that are just so fun? Something that won't happen in another match ever.
Pero cooperativo.
That's the thing that I'm
es un Dishonored cooperativo. Sí, ¿verdad?
I can feel like a real master of stealth or deceit or cunning because I'm not just outsmarting NPC AI, which can be satisfying, but it's an actual human being that I'm getting the best of.
So one of our core design pillars in Thick as Thieves is to play with your ears. And to me, that means a lot as audio director, because you understand your surroundings at all times. You understand where you are on the map. You can hear where other thieves are. You can hear other threats like guards. You could also be able to tell, like, oh, I'm in this quiet environment, and then I can hear outside it's very loud. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, okay, if it's raining and there's a thunderstorm, maybe that can mask some of my sounds so I can kind of go in undetected. And a lot of this is not faked. If you hear a train in the background in the distance, there's actually a train passing by in the world. Every thief for themselves, right? You know, thieves going at it 1v1.
No sé yo si voy a aguantar tanto evento, ya os lo digo. Me está entrando ya un sueñarro que flipas.
People are falling into my traps and then just waiting for the right moment to swoop in.
El de IO Interactive no sé si lo haremos, gente. El de Devolver creo que sí que lo haremos. Pero el de IO Interactive es demasiado, yo creo. Y un señor está mayor ya, para estas cosas.
The guard patrols, and of course the players are always on their own separate quests, so really anything can happen.
Estos juegos me molan, lo que pasa que realmente, joder, son juegos que tienes que jugar con peña que conoces. Sí, este evento es más lentico, sí. El de Xbox es el domingo. Sí, ¿no?
So, thank you very much.
Mañana es día de... ¿Mañana qué hay?
Both at Double Fine Presents, where we publish their game Kids, and here at Day of the Devs, where we've highlighted titles like Time Flies. Here's a first look at their
Sí, mañana hay muchos eventos tochos, creo. El Wilson Direct, ¿lo veremos? Y el... ¿Cómo se llama, tío? Otro que es importante. Que sí, el nombre.
But now I'm looking forward to show you something brand new. Pocket Boss.
Pero son a buenas horas.
It's a short game about the small joys of manipulating data. As a remote worker, you're in touch with your boss through a chat interface and will get all kinds of requests. Be smart, erase competitors with one swipe of a finger, navigate the stock market without crashing, and generally find easy solutions for hard problems. Your boss will verify.
Es un juego de PC, pero con móvil. Es el meta. El Future Game Show, efectivamente. Mañana tenemos dos eventazos. Son eventos además muy chulos que me gustan un montón. Por eso, seguramente, veremos el de Devolver, que creo que es ahora, si no recuerdo mal. Y el de IO lo dejaremos, porque si no es demasiado. Y si no, mañana no tendré fuerzas yo. Y los eventos de mañana me apetecen mucho, la verdad.
You can find more information and the link to the Steam page on pocketboss.ch. Thank you.
This autobiographical game is all about food and our complicated relationship with what we eat and what we see when looking at the scale. Its unique gameplay unpacks the frustration and even the strange humor of cooking, eating, working out, and more. And we finally have a release date.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Hi, I'm AP.
We're the co-directors of Consume Me.
Consume Me won the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at the 2025 Independent Games Festival.
More importantly, it's about to get its release date announced at Day of the Devs.
After we talk specifically about how cool it is.
¿Esto qué es?
Did you feel like a complete jerk and or a loser in high school? Well, I did.
And I did not stop her from spending several years of her adult life letting me make a hardcore role-playing game about it with her.
Es un RPG realmente,
high school valedictorian. My grades were a toilet emoji. Furthermore, 0 European museums had ever yet featured an exhibit of my art. So the only thing I could think of to want to do was get hot. That's where you come in. Are you tough enough to help cartoon me get hot?
Each story chapter in Consume Me sees Jenny with new roles, and not enough time to comfortably accomplish them.
You, the player,
es que es ella,
manage her schedule by making meticulous decisions about how to spend her free time.
Every activity costs or boosts different resources. These activities
tienes que ir mejorándote a ti mismo.
hilarious minigames.
In Consume Me, putting food on your lunch plate is a puzzle game.
You can buy a sponge at the corner store to make the hitbox bigger in the bathroom cleaning minigame, and you can also wear a special outfit that results in your mom giving you more money if you clean the whole bathroom.
Yoga might kill you.
Encounter cash on the street while walking your dog.
This part
Son
is
todos
based
como
on the
minijuegos.
right away. One out of
Pero son
every
muy
16
originales,
times
es verdad.
I've walked my dogs over the past 4 years, I've encountered a crisp 20 on the ground.
Can you win the heart of the boy of your dreams? Can you hold on to it? Can you chart a course toward a sustainable future? Can you fit just one more to-do goal on your plate? Or
¿Qué,
is it already full to bursting?
qué inventiva tiene la peña, tío? Me flipa.
Either in the game or in real life.
We don't have
Y
time
aún
for
así,
full story
no sé.
here.
Tú imagínate cómo te pones a hacer un juego así.
Yourself when Consume Me comes to Steam
Es que
on
me parece
September
maravilloso.
25th, 2025.
Please wishlist it as soon as you can.
Seriously, at the rate of $20 for 16 dog walks, it is going to take me 1,095.89 years to earn $1 million, and we need to make another game after this.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Qué mágica.
Sometimes great games can go unnoticed. If you're lucky, maybe you build a small cult audience, but very rarely do those games go on to inspire huge games like Undertale. That's exactly what happened with this game. Originally released in 2008, and now seeing a release on Steam and Switch, this is off.
A ver, ¿cuál es este?
Hello, I am Mortis Ghost, a Brussels-based comic book artist and creator of the game Off.
Que no se note que es francés, ¿eh?
Off is a game I made 15 years ago when I was still a big, sweetie, drooling crybaby. It's a Japanese-inspired RPG where you control a
¿Este dónde lo vimos? Lo vimos el otro día, ¿os acordáis? No me acuerdo en qué evento era.
I made this game with no other ambition.
¿No lo vimos en el evento de
Create
PlayStation?
something
Puede
funny
ser.
to show my friends and a few people on the internet. But it got out of my control and became
No me
very
acuerdo,
famous.
pero lo vimos.
The reason is that
Porque era ese rollo de béisbol raro.
it harbors a diabolical force that I can't describe. I ask you please not to play.
El State,
I'm Jack
Joder.
Murphy, a dev on Off. I'm Ryan Allier and the studio director. It's been a pleasure to work with Mortis Ghost to bring Off to fans old and new. Off has inspired many indie RPGs over the years, such as One Shot and Undertale.
Hey everyone, it's Toby. Off was a big inspiration to me and Undertale, and I hope you will take this chance to play it either for the first time or the 100th time.
Que no se note, ¿eh?
Off celebrates its 17th anniversary this year, and we've worked hard to preserve its original spirit as we bring it to modern platforms. In addition, Mortis Ghost has designed 6 new bosses for returning controllers. Plus, we have a new soundtrack, which you're hearing right now, and revamped combat.
No me convence mucho este juego, la verdad.
We're proud to announce Off's release date for Nintendo Switch and Steam.
Es verdad. A los franceses ahora les tenemos que respetar, ¿eh? Durante un tiempo, al menos. Pero poco. Tampoco mucho. Lo justo. Ah, es verdad. En el evento que era Guerrilla Collective. Tienes razón, Kevin. Tienes razón.
This is their second game
Ahí lo
It's
vimos,
one of those where the title kind of tells you all you really need to know and has you sold before you've even seen a pixel. Please enjoy your first look at Tire Boy.
Que estaba cagado ahí el desarrollador ahí.
Hi, I'm Corey Martin. I'm Thomas Tobin. And I'm Andy Chmelenko. We're co-creators of Game Team 6, a small studio from Canada making heartfelt games with big ideas. We're so excited to introduce you to Tire Boy, a playful action-adventure platformer about a tire person. Tire Boy is
El chico rueda.
leaping through lush environments,
Pues mira, se ve
solving
divertido el
environmental
gameplay.
puzzles, and taking on heroic battles.
Pero bueno.
All while helping locals and uncovering his own past.
Tire Boy may be the last of his kind, and was lost as a child. At the start of the game, we learn how he was raised by a large owl named Nestwick, and doesn't know much about his family or ancestors.
It's a story about connection and curiosity as Tire Boy journeys through a vast, unfamiliar world, searching for purpose and traces of his forgotten origins.
El niño rueda, ¿eh?
Many
Que flipa, míralo, míralo.
fond of Tireboy. They'll often ask him for things ranging from small favors to the game's main objective, which is to repair a giant radio transmitter to help the local community make contact with long-lost travelers. In spite of its silly premise, we're striving to make the world feel really grounded and genuine.
Another thing we've emphasized throughout development is being
Un pescado con taparrabos que además se llamaba Bacon, por cierto.
Wanting to make the player feel small and make you feel like a kid, giving you that childlike experience of feeling like everything around you.
El desplazamiento tiene que ser gracioso.
And that has a meaningful impact on gameplay, given that you move fast and it feels more satisfying to do so in a big, sprawling world.
Tireboy is weird, heartfelt, and full of little surprises. We've built it to feel like a place you'll want to come back to, whether you're chasing big moments or just soaking in the quiet ones.
Wishlist Tireboy on Steam now and follow @TireboyGame.com on Blue Sky to keep up to date. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the show.
Me encanta.
Who doesn't love a vacation? Toem took us on a delightful expedition, and the sequel, Toem II, takes us even further from 2D to 3D. Something we made from Sweden does it again.
Hello everyone, I'm Lucas.
And I'm Niklas.
Co-founders and developers.
Es que el Chicorrea ha sido increíble.
Some of you might remember us, or even better, our little game Toem from 2021's showcase.
Me acuerdo de este, sí.
Making Toem was an adventure on its own. We never thought it would bring a whole chapter afterwards filled with love from all around the world. And that's why it's exciting and honestly a bit scary returning to something so dear to our and others' hearts. We teased the game at Wholesome Snack in December, and we're beyond stoked to show the game for the very first time.
Uy, este se ve bonito, ¿eh?
Toem II is still a photography adventure that resides in a whimsical world, where the main objective is to photograph a phenomenon known as Toem. Set a few years after the original game, our protagonist now jumps into their biggest adventure yet. And what the phenomenon is this time, well, you'll have to discover that yourself.
Along their journey, they'll stumble upon special NPCs we call friends, each with their own personality and questline. These friends allow deeper relationships for the player, aiding them through fears and difficulties, hence becoming friends. Each friend gives the player what we call a camera tool. These tools allow new and interesting ways of interacting with the world.
Vas descubriendo
For example, the scissors, which cut
mecánicas con la cámara, ¿no? Míralo, con la cámara vas cortando.
Or take the hammer, which, yeah, you guessed it, is great for smashing stuff.
As you might have noticed, we have updated the visuals. It's a crafty mix of render styles that allows us to reimagine the world without compromising on the vibe.
Sí, es que se ve muy bonito,
And finally, and maybe most importantly, we have a new movement system.
El primero ya era bonito y este se nota la mejora, sí.
And you can now jump and climb your way through the environment. It adds a lot of playfulness for us when designing quests and regions, ultimately making the world feel more free and open. And don't you worry, the handy camera continues to be the main gameplay component. This time, we made it feel a bit faster and snappier. And tying that in with the new movement, we can't wait to see the photos you'll take.
So to recap, more story, updated visuals, and a fun new movement system.
Este seguramente sí que lo pillaré. Este sí que lo jugaré.
Shield and Coast experience. The whole team is working so very hard to make Toem II something that can stand proudly besides the original game, celebrating what worked while improving the rest. So if you're interested to learn more, go wishlist the game and join our Discord. See you all real soon. Hello.
Como odio que manía con los desarrolladores ahora siempre con Discord, ¿eh?
Day of the Devs and you just don't know what to do? We have a new collaboration with our partners at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. They have an annual program called Game Maker Sketchbook, which sees a celebration of artistry in games. And we don't mean just concept art, we mean character designs, we mean storyboards, we mean iconography. all the different kinds of art that go into developing a game, they are putting a spotlight on, and it's awesome.
Indiana Jones, qué juegazo, Qué juegazo el Indiana Jones, tío.
Piece that features characters from all the best games of the year. Literally dozens and dozens of characters. A veritable Where's Waldo of every game character that you love. That print is limited edition and on sale at iMeepit.com. All the proceeds go to the AIAS Foundation.
Sí, es verdad. Es que Discord a mí me ha pillado un mayor. Discord me ha pillado un mayor, Y TikTok ni te cuento ya.
It means you get something in return too. Isn't that a joyous thing?
We want to give a huge shout out to our flagship sponsor at Xsola, who really helped make Day of the Devs happen this year. Xsola is a global video game commerce company that aligns with our mission to help developers connect directly with players and sell more games, without giving up control or extra revenue. Launching today is a new Day of the Devs activation on the Xsola Mall to spotlight some of our favorite games from recent Day of the Devs showcases.
No, es que, ojo, yo con Discord soy la persona más torpe del planeta. O sea, yo con Discord te lo juro que entro y estoy como un elefante en una cacharrería, macho. O sea, me cuesta muchísimo. Exacto, es verdad, todos los días se actualiza.
We got our founding sponsors, Double Fine Productions and I Am 8-Bit. We have a whole list of other folks that have been contributing throughout the last year, and we just want to give them a shout out.
Yo igual no entiendo nada, tío, de Discord. Es horroroso.
Idea Xbox, 47 Communications, Panic, PlayStation, Razer, Sabotage.
Joder, pues sí que tiene sponsor. Mira, Sabotage. Sabotage es una editora interesante. Son los de. Como si los de. Joder. Sea of Stars.
And if you'd like to donate directly to Day of the Devs, you can go to dayofthedevs.org and do so there. And remember, Day of the Devs
Son
is
las
a 501c3 non-profit organization.
Creo que ahora empieza el de Devolver, ¿no? Lo que no sé si es aquí. Ahora miraremos.
If you like what you saw here today and want more, just follow us on the World Wide Web, www.dayofthedevs.org. Please wishlist these games, it means a lot to the developers, and thank you for watching today. Thanks to all the developers for sharing their games, and thank you to all our generous sponsors for making this possible. We'll see you next time on Day of the Devs. Point.
Huge thanks to our friend Dosa I for providing the beats for today's show, and please stay tuned for a musical performance from the game Unbeatable and the band Peak Divide.
Vale, entonces no es aquí. Esto no lo vemos porque es música. Espera un segundo. Segundito. Vamos a buscar el evento de Devolver, a ver si está ya. Vamos a ver. Lo tengo todos los enlaces por aquí preparados. Ah, pero me salta... Me salta los de Game Awards. ¿Por qué? A ver. Vamos a ver. Devolver digital al. Pues qué raro, ¿eh? Igual es a continuación o qué. A las 2:30. Yo lo tengo marcado como que no, pero, o sea, lo tengo marcado a las 2. Sí. Lo tengo marcado a las 2. Después de este. A ver. A ver si lo pone por aquí. Si por un casual es a continuación. Vamos a ver. No, pues en teoría no. En Twitch puede ser. Porque aquí tengo un enlace de YouTube que no va a ningún lado. Vamos a ver en Twitch. Vale, un segundito, ¿eh? Porque creo que efectivamente... No, es realmente lo mismo. Para que están con una mierda musical ahora. A ver. Están con esto. En Twitch está con lo mismo, ¿eh? En Twitch será lo mismo exactamente. Igual termina esto. Estos minutos musicales. Y empieza, pero son las 2 y 8 ya. Les he muteado, ¿eh? Vamos a desmutearles. Desmuteémoslos. Bajo un poco el volumen. Sí, pues debe ser aquí, ¿eh? Porque me lo marca directamente. Así que... ¿Ya está?
That song is called Worn Out Tapes, and it's actually going to be playable in our demo starting during Steam Next Fest on June 9th, alongside Worn Out Tapes' Tally-Ho version, which you might recognize from Rhythm Doctor.
I remember hearing that first version of Worn Out Tapes all the way back in 2018.
¿Será esto parte del juego que quieren presentar?
As time went on, the style of the game's music and the way we designed the charts for them evolved. And it's a full circle moment getting to bring you this brand new rendition of the song when made for their final version of the game.
Both the vocal album and the score for Unbeatable just went live on dcellgames.bandcamp.com for pre-order. And if you pre-order the vocal album, you get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including Worn Out Tapes. And if you pre-order the score, you'll get all the background music from the demo, all the cop fight music, all of the baseball stuff from the demo. You can also listen to all of that starting today on our YouTube channel. And that's basically it for my calls to action for this. What else is there to say besides wishlist the game, play the demo, and thank you a lot. Like, genuinely super... I'm not... We're not here without you. Like, genuinely. I don't have anything to say. I don't have any real words. All the planned stuff ended back when I stopped talking about the album.
Estoy perdido, ¿eh?
This... I can't really think of a good way to thank you, because there is more love that has come into D-Cell than I have any idea what to do with. This game doesn't exist without the support we've gotten so far. So, oh my God, from the bottom of my heart and everyone at D-Cell Games, thank you so much. We're going to continue trying to do the best we can do.
Yo creo que era esto. ¿O no? Ahora viene Devolver, ¿no? Joder, macho. Ay. Me hago mayor, ¿eh? Hasta mierdas. Sí, veremos Devolver y el otro no, tío. Porque si el otro será un pastelón... Habrá mucha charla. En el de Yo Interactive habrá mucha charla. Porque ya hemos visto los juegos que han presentado. Entonces no estoy yo para muchas charlas ya. Por lo que veremos Devolver y fuera. Me gusta mucho el logo de Day of the Devs. Porque es de Green Fandango. Por eso es Tim Schafer, es el que sale siempre en portada. Aquí viene Devolver, ¿vale? 2 minutos de espera. Asumible. A mí los puzzles de Grim Fandango me flipan, tío. Son muy difíciles, algunos. Muy difíciles. Pero me gustaron todos. El único puzzle que tienen por ahí un poco chungo es alguno que, digamos, tiene que ver con el 3D del juego. Que el 3D del juego sí que es un poco... O sea, el movimiento 3D sí que es un poco... Sí, lógica tienen, sí. Para que es una lógica muy estructural dentro de lo que viene a ser el universo del Infandango. Yo me lo pasé y me costó en su día, cuando me lo pasé hace muchos años por primera vez, y me costó bastante pasármelo, pero me lo pasé sin guía. Es una de mis aventuras gráficas favoritas. Los bonus de reserva. A día de hoy los bonus de reserva depende. Lo que sigue vendiendo mucho son las ediciones caras. Pero los bonus de reserva no valen para nada ya. Gente, evento de Devolver.